It's officially a buyer's market, guys, and here's why. Hey everyone, Izzy and MJ from Endless RVing with the latest statistical surveys updates that we bring to you every single month.
This is coming from RVtravel.com. It's dated July 12, 2024, and it is titled RV Sales Nosedive Across the Board. Now, we know many of you enjoy these industry updates. You like knowing what's going on. We enjoy doing them. So we're going to break this latest month down for you. Sales of new RVs are down across the board. Consumers are just not buying right now.
Now, this is following up to a recent video we did, we'll link it up above, that was talking about the May RVIA shipments. Now, we talked about in that video, shipments, it goes from the manufacturer to the dealer. Retail registrations is from the dealer to the customer. So what really matters are the registrations. Those are a reflection of sales. Now, this is just for new units. I know people in the past have asked us about used units, but we don't really have information on that. So this is new units. So this information comes from Statistical Surveys. That is the company that the RV industry uses to track retail registrations or sales of RVs. So we're going to give you some numbers, guys, and just kind of the year-over-year percentage difference. So a total of 37,523 retail registrations were made in May of 2024. That's down 16.2% from 44,787 in May of 2023. Year to date for 24, you have 150,945 new RVs sold. That's down 10.4% compared to the same time frame in 23.
And that's for US and Canada. We have been mentioning in the past few months that we've done these, that motorhomes are really taking the hit. Now unfortunately, it's everything. In May, 23,203 new travel trailers were sold. So that's a decrease from 26,367 in May of 2023. So that's a 12% drop. Then moving to fifth wheels, that was even more of a drop, unfortunately. So May of this year shows 5,364 fifth wheels were sold as compared to 6,375 May of 2023. That's a 15.9% increase.
And just keep in mind, the trailers and fifth wheels, by far the largest segment of the RV industry. Everything else we talk about in here, there's different percentage drops, but the numbers of sales are much lower, and that's quite normal. So pop-up trailers, 513 sales, that's a decrease of 29.4% compared to May of 23. Park trailers or park models, just 193 new units sold in May, that's down 42.9% compared to May of 23.
The numbers are small, but it's still a big drop, yeah.
We'll get into the motorized. Class A's, which is what we have, 708 units sold in May, that's down 20%.
Then moving on to Class C motorhomes. These are usually a very popular segment. In May of 24, we saw 1,784 units were sold. That's down from 2,285 last May. That's a 21.9% decrease. And then Class Bs, which for a while, maybe last year, I think we were seeing, they were always up. They have continued to be down this year, and they had 878 units in May of this year compared to 1,251 last year, and so that was a 29.8% drop.
Now, we throw out all these numbers. We do these every single month. You guys love them, and we like to keep you updated because we know a lot of our viewers and subscribers have been waiting out to get an RV, and that's why we're saying on here, this is the time to buy one. Like if you waited, well, if you bought in 2020 and 21 when we said not to, you probably overpaid likely, and hopefully you're still holding on to that unit, but it's not going to be worth anything of what you paid for it. But if you waited it out now, there are a ton of RVs in inventory. Again, we go back to the Lazy Days website. I check it every time we do these videos because they're one of the larger dealers in the country. They still have 2022s on the lot. They have at least one Tiffin, I believe 2 Tiffins, and a Van Lee that they have on their lot. And that's a 3-year-old motorhome, a ton of 23s. Like, again, a 2-year-old motorhome. 24s at this point, they're at their 1-year table, and dealers want to move these units badly.
Certainly does not mean that people are not RVing, guys. We were just on a trip down to Ocean City, Maryland. We were in a large campground, Sun Outdoors. It was packed.
And
now,
it wasn't a few sites. It was hundreds and hundreds of sites.
It was a July 4th week. So there were a lot of people, but even after the holiday ended, we were still there, and there was still a lot of people there. People are RVing, they're just not purchasing to the extent that they were.
So the question is going to be, people wait out, when is rock bottom? There's no real way to know rock bottom. But if you may or may not know, we do one-on-one consultations, and we've been doing those for years, and this is not like an advertisement for that, but it's significant because we've been doing them for years. The past month, there's been a huge uptick in people reaching out. I'm looking to buy a motorhome. We're waiting. We've been buying a motorhome. We had one person that's done, I believe, 3, and he's been looking for 2 years. He's ready to go because the deals are just so good out there. And whether you buy a motorhome or not, or an RV, it doesn't really matter to us. But like we said, to wait back in 20, it's a good time now. If you're able to, if you saved, you have the cash, you're able to, the interest rates are a little bit high now. The issue is that once they start getting cut, and we're getting closer to that, the inflation numbers just came out, it's right around 3%. It's still not at that 2% mark, but it's not 9% anymore. So we're getting closer to that. We have an election year coming up. I think the next 6 to 8 months, it's going to be a really good time to buy. Again, not a lot of demand, a lot of inventory. That's when you want to buy. And
we have a friend who we actually were with last night, and he has his own business. He sells commercial equipment. I'm not going to get into, it's nothing to do with RVs, but he was telling us that he has a very successful business, but always during an election year, he sees it kind of do this. And we're curious to see if it kind of looks like the same thing is happening here, but as we move through the next year, how is this going to play out?
In the comments below, let us know, are you in the market for an RV? There's a lot of inventory and a lot of deals to be made. If you're willing to put the groundwork in and you're willing to put the work, there are deals out there. We know it. We've had people reaching out to us. I've gotten great deals on RVs. To the left of us, if you like videos like this, guys, we'll put our RV newbies playlist. We'll put our RV news playlist. And for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime. And we'll see you on the road.